Don't know, you know. I'm a lady on the first lady of reggae dancehall, and me I bring to you and you and you. What me say? Jamaica from the outside. And Jamaica from the outside. And I'm me proud to be a Jamaican. But me say all of we barriers, them a broke down. All of we barriers, them a broke down. We are one united Jamaican. It again, it a spice up the soul.
Hi, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I'm at the Kalalou restaurant in Orlando, Florida. I'm here with Joan. We're going to be having a meal. And we're also going to be talking about the Bob Marley movie that we both just saw. I hope you will stay with us, guys, and let me know in the comment section what your views are. So, Joan, how is the meal?
It was quite nice, actually. The what we got was pretty good. I thought that
The
the
oxtail.
oxtail was good.
Yes,
I had it with white rice, and they added some carrots to it.
yes.
Normally I have it with broad
Beans.
beans, butter beans, but it was good.
Me
It
too.
was pretty good.
So, Joan, we were talking about the Bob Marley movie, and tell me, what is your impression of it?
I liked it. However, I'll admit that when it ended, I was like, "That's it."
Yes.
Almost as though I wanted more, and I thought there would have been more, and so on.
Okay.
And so I'd done some deep research on him and had found out his close connection with Bunny Wailer, how they grew up together as kids, because Bunny's father was living with Sidella, Bob's
Yes.
mother.
Yeah.
And so they grew up as brothers, like stepbrothers. And in fact, they have a half sister between them, a younger sister. I think her name is Caroline or something.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was interesting. That side of him I didn't know about. And also when they got married, and he actually moved to Delaware for a while. Bob's lived in the U.S.
Right.
and worked in the U.S. I think they said he worked on an alias. I don't know why. But I think he worked for Chrysler and I forgot the other company. But yeah, that was all interesting to me and different. And of course, they can't show everything, right? But
Correct.
your mind, because it's in my head,
You
all
wanted to
these
see it.
things, and then I didn't see it. And someone else was saying they wish that the movie had shown more of the culture, but then they didn't have time. The culture, like the food, there was no meals. You know how we eat rice and peas and those things. We're hoping that there would be more of that.
Overall, what grade would you give the movie if you were to grade it, Joan?
Out of 10,
Uh-huh.
an 8, maybe. Yeah. But then that's me. There were people coming out of there. My daughter, for one, thought it was just the best thing
Really?
since sliced bread. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I loved it. I loved it."
We saw a glimpse of her character.
Oh,
there.
yes, yes.
But I don't think you can effectively portray the life of Bob without bringing in Cindy.
Yes.
Because Cindy played an integral role in Bob's life.
Yes.
And
that
you
was
know,
his other wife.
of course.
I
Of
mean,
course.
I lived in England when he and her were together, and when she won Miss World, it was all over the newspaper.
But this is not about Bob's family life. It's about the reality. So if you leave out an integral part of the story, then you're not reflecting, you're not realistic. And it makes the movie almost fictional.
Well, I again, there were other things left out because, according to them, it was about her love story. I know how much she sacrificed. I mean, she almost got killed, and so on. So that was how much she loved him, regardless of all the things they did.
When you watch the movie, it's like Ziggy didn't pay. I didn't see anything a lot of reference to the other children that were born at the time. It was just Ziggy.
Hey,
It was just Ziggy.
Ziggy's
You
like, look, make your own movie.
Yeah, he's like,
Make your own
yeah.
movie.
Okay,
You know,
so
he-
Bob had
yeah.
all these
He did
kids.
the work. He did all the work. He got all those people to help and fund,
But if you're
fund the
making,
finance.
but if you're making a movie
So I
about
want
Bob,
my name mentioned.
yeah, like
That's
Yeah.
true. I know this guy. It's
yes,
like
at the
even-
start, at the start he came on, and I get it.
and you
Yes,
see the other kids.
you agree?
You see the other kids, but
You see them
the
once.
only one he talks about is so how is Ziggy? He says
Yes.
to Rita,
How-
like, what
how
about
is
the
Ziggy?
what about the rest of us?
Yeah, it's like you have all these kids, and how the kids, how's Ziggy? I'm like, okay,
Hey,
you
that's-
know,
Ziggy said, look,
I am the
did
golden
work.
child.
I know, I did the work. I got it together. I got the funding. I got whatever, and I'm top producer.
Yes.
All he wanted was his smoke, his drinks. Well, not his drinks. He didn't drink, right? But his smokes and his music, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and his woman.
And his
Don't
his
forget the
girls,
women. Yeah, don't forget that.
well, maybe in the another order. The girls, the
Girls.
weed, and the drink.
And the other thing that the movie pointed out, which probably we could have figured out anyway, how young he became a Rastafarian. And that was
Yes.
again to have that belonging, that sense of belonging, kind of like a gang. So joining a gang, he joined a group of people who welcomed him and taught him and showed him the ropes and taught him spiritual things. So yeah. So that side I picked up on after when I got
Yeah.
home. I'm trying to think of it, and complaining to myself like this should have been in it. That should have been in it. You said, "Oh, yeah, that part I had not picked up on before." So, but yeah,
But it was good. It was
I would
good.
have made it different. I've
Yes.
done it. It would have been a different movie.
Yes, I
You
would
know?
have made it balanced,
but it would have been
made
longer.
it fair. Yes,
because I would have wanted so much in it.
like a
that
mini
no
series.
way. Yeah.
You would have done a mini
Yeah.
series
We need
then.
actually, that's a good point. I do not see why the other brothers can't get together and make a mini series.
Listen,
Netflix,
If Cindy come together,
will pick it up.
If Cindy decided to make her version, guys, look out.
You really like some Cindy, didn't you?
I
I knew
I-
of her. I didn't know her
Miss
that
World,
well.
let me tell you,
I knew her from the Miss World.
it's not that I like her.
Just
It's just
fair.
I respect her.
Mm-hmm.
I respect her. I respect her position.
Mm-hmm.
I can only imagine what
Mhm.
kind of rejection she must have gone through for somebody, of her social standing to be with a Rasta and not just to be with him, to be pregnant with his child, to have his child. He didn't marry you, and you went through all, you were Miss World, for heaven's sake. And she's strikingly beautiful and very uptown. And, this guy from Trenchtown, dreadlocks, and he didn't get then he, and for her to go through all of that. And now, come on, give her some respect for that. You know what I'm saying? And look, she produced a great son. Junior Gong, I just think she was slighted.
And he really was amazing. And I
Yes.
do, if I have to vote for him to be one of our national heroes, they got my vote.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if they care about my
Absolutely.
vote, but
Yes. Yeah.
I'll vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Lou next.
Yes.
Him first. We got to
Oh,
take care of
yes.
him
Oh,
first.
yes.
And,
Animal,
Miss Lou, I like her too.
Yeah.
Love her too.
All right, Joan, thank you so much for talking
Yes.
with me. And
was fun.
yes.
It was fun. We got a little carried away, but it
Oh,
was fun.
absolutely. Yes. Guys, thanks for listening to us. Thanks for tuning in to us. And I know some of you may not agree with some
I
of
didn't
what
say
was
who I
said
was.
here,
But
but we can agree to disagree on some of the topics.
yeah.
Guys, Joan is no stranger, so we didn't do much of an introduction. Joan was introduced in one of our previous videos. It was called Yet We Smile,
Still we smile.
Still We
Same
Smile. Yes. So I'm going to pin that video in the description for those who did not see it. So this is the same Joan. She's family now. She's a part of our YouTube family.
Yes.
So, guys, thanks for staying with us. Thanks. Hope you enjoyed. Joan, thanks for joining us
It
again.
was so much fun.
Until next time, guys. Ciao.